Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Skip Happens. And it does happen. It already happened. You didn't see it, you didn't hear it, but it happened before we went on live. But that's why it's called Skip Happens. Skip Clark, I'm your host. I want to start this right off. You can see my two guests are right there. I expected one, but one brought the other. Well, I got to point this way. He came along for the ride, and he's somebody really special. We'll tell you about that here in a minute as well. Some artists, just a little opening I did. Some artists follow the path that's kind of laid out for them. Others have to tear it up, start over, figure out exactly who they are. My guest today has been making music since she was a kid. I think she's still a kid. Spent time chasing the dream in Nashville. We'll talk about that. I love Nashville, by the way. Been there many a time. Experienced the highs and lows of this business and continues to evolve as an artist. She's talented, she's determined, and she's got a story that goes way beyond the songs. Jaclyn Kenyon is with me. And also, you'll see Justin Love, who we're going to explain what he's all about here in a minute, too. Jaclyn, it's so good to see you. How are you? It's a pleasure to meet
I'm
you.
good. So nice to meet you, Skip. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for having Justin on. We're so excited to
Well,
chat
I
with you.
was actually going to just kind of block him out of the picture, but you know,
Ah,
he didn't have a reservation. You did. No,
he
I'm
will make
kidding.
himself seen. Yeah.
You know what? He's going to be really well known if he isn't already,
Yes.
because what you guys are working on is pretty big. Jaclyn, you started performing at a really young age. When did you first realize music wasn't something that you enjoyed? It was something that you wanted to pursue on a serious level.
Yeah, so kind of crazy. I got into music very young. I
Hmm.
My first memory of music was being 3 years old and my dad's piano and just playing music with him. But I had this showcase that I was a part of in Toronto, Canada called Honey Jam, and it was a label showcase, and Warner Music had put it on, and it was the first time I was on stage with a full band. And I was in a mod club, which was kind of crazy, a 12-year-old in a club for the first time. And it was the first time that I had ever played music for a live audience and been interviewed and had that whole experience. And I was like to my parents, this is the only thing that I want to do. And I never looked back after that.
But how nervous were you? It was a
Oh,
Warner
I was,
project. I mean, you had to be a wreck.
yeah, I was nervous, but there was like this weird peace that came as soon as I got on the mic and started
Yeah.
singing. And
You
I still feel like that every show. I'm like sweating and scared before I go on. And then as soon as I start singing the first line, I'm
You
fine.
know, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as I've been doing this, I can tell you when I step on stage to do the what we call the presents for the bands, it's like that initial you get a little like, okay, what
You
am I going to
do.
say? What am I going to do? But the minute you open up your mouth and you're talking to that mic, it's like, wow, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I got
Exactly.
it. I did it.
I
The
got it.
hardest part is
Yeah.
getting on the stage. Yeah.
Justin, tell us a little bit about you as well. How long have you been doing this?
In town, 14 years. Before town, I was out in Waco, Texas doing this. I
Uh,
did Christian music.
yeah. Okay.
I've been singing since I was 5 years old. I wrote my first song at 11. And then I started playing the guitar around 13 and drums around 11 as well, actually. So,
Really? Wow.
yeah. And went to college for music. Graduated my associates in arts, and then I asked my professors, what should I do? And they said, you should move to Nashville and network because you ain't scared. I was like, aye, aye, Captain. So $650 a truck and a trailer. I moved here in 2013, and I never had to leave.
And you weren't scared.
No,
Yeah, I love that you said that because anybody listening to this or watching this, whether it's now or down the road, that's great advice. You
yeah,
have confidence in yourself. You're going to make that move, and one way or another, you're going to try to give it everything you have to make it work. That's
absolutely.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, Jaclyn, looking back at that young girl starting out, what did she understand about this business, and what did she have absolutely no clue about?
Honestly, I don't think she understood anything looking back.
Well,
Like,
I understand. Yeah.
yeah, like nothing. I loved music and I loved people and I didn't realize anything. And there was artists that I had looked up to, Shania Twain was a huge influence to me,
Oh
but
yeah.
also
Mhm.
my dad and mom always pushed like Journey and Aerosmith on me as
Ah,
well. So I had a lot of different diversity, but I knew nothing.
yeah.
Nothing.
So you grew up around a lot of rock,
I
so to
did
speak.
a lot of
Yeah, and
rock.
I can tell from the music that yeah, we'll play a little clip of it here in a
Yeah.
minute. But Yeah. And that's the way it's going now. I think that is so cool.
I hope so. Yeah, I really hope so,
Yeah.
because I always feel like it's that hard box in country and rock where you're too rock for country, you're too country for rock, and
Mm,
I think we've now come to a spot, especially with Hardy opening up lanes and even Carrie
mm.
Underwood,
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Yeah.
we can do that, which is exciting because
Is
it's accepted now.
is there a particular artist that you're really getting into now, maybe on the with the country genre? Because there's so many, and they're pretty much coming out of the woodwork. I mean, social media
Yeah.
is just throwing them at us. But is there somebody that you're really digging?
I would say I've seen Stephen Wilson Jr. live, and it was the craziest performance I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
His voice is out of this world. How he
Nicest
captures
guy
the
too.
crowd. Oh, nicest guy.
Yeah.
And it's funny. People don't talk about all the highlights of artists after, but I have to say, with him in particular, I was so impressed. After his show, he had signed hats for everyone.
Mhm.
And he was there for probably about a solid hour after his performance, just signing these hats for everyone and making sure that every person that was waiting for him had his signature on it. And I was like,
Yep.
that is the real deal. Like, he's
Yep. Yep.
exhausted. He's taken the time to do that. So
It,
it's really cool.
yeah. An artist need to see what he does. You know what I mean? Because that helps you. You know, you got to have that. You know, with your fans, you got to have that communication. You got to make it work. You got to prove to them that you're no different than they are. You're just doing something that you love,
Yes,
and it all
absolutely.
comes together. What about you, Justin?
Um, I like to tell people that I'm country meets rock meets pop. Put it together, you're a crop artist. So
You're a
I'm a
crop
crop
I
artist.
like that.
Had
I'm going
nothing
to
to
use
do with
that on the air
crops.
next
I
week.
never was raised around crops. Grew up on a farm. We didn't have crops, so that was my crop.
Yeah.
But talking about Stephen Wilson Jr., I mean, one of my biggest
Yeah.
guys is Keith Urban. One of my biggest guys.
Oh, yeah.
Always has been,
Mhm.
always will be. But I grew up where I couldn't listen to anything with distortion guitar till about 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
There was a very, very strict religious environment.
Really?
I was a youth pastor's kid, and when my dad finally said no to the church, yes to Jesus, but no to the
Mhm.
church,
Mhm.
then I got into Black Sabbath and Def Leppard, Bon
Paranoid,
Jovi. Oh yeah,
Iron
um,
Man.
Iron Maiden, all of them. I mean, I
No,
was.
What did I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But Black
You're good.
Sabbath did like Paranoid, and then was it Iron Man? Was it I Am
Yeah,
Iron?
they did
Yeah.
Iron Man. Yeah. It's
Yeah, something
all
like that.
that
It was
stuff, man.
crazy.
I grew up. When I
Yeah.
got to college, I had a good handle on that. By the time they started kind of introducing more like heavy metal to me, and I was like, this is a little too intense for me, man. I love the guitars, but I don't want to be screamed at. I get screamed at home for free. So, yeah, but
All right.
mhm.
I got you. No, that's cool. So you said, Justin, you were into the Christian music for a bit, which is cool. Love it.
I was. I
Absolutely love
started
it.
out in Christian. Yeah.
Yeah. And Brandon Lake is somebody that I love to listen to. And he's
So
very Christian. And
He is.
it's so good. So good. Just music like that is just phenomenal. Made me think of that. But
Yep.
so, Jaclyn, where's your hometown?
Toronto, Canada.
Oh,
So
that's right. You're north of the border.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like I always joke. I'm like, I'm half American because I've been coming back
Mhm.
back and forth, honestly, to Nashville since I was 15 years old. So it's been
Mhm.
I've been around Nashville for a while.
I became friends with Brad Mates. Was it Brad from Emerson Drive? Brad from
Okay,
Emerson
yep.
Drive. Then there was Denick, who was the guitar player. Years ago, we became pretty good friends. He'd come through town, and we'd stop and get lunch before he flew back to Canada.
There's a
So it's kind of
lot
cool.
of us.
Yeah, yeah.
in
Doc
Nashville.
Walker,
hmm
big love that stuff. Absolutely love it. I always wondered though, the difference. I mean, being a Canadian artist, country artist, and then American country artist. And there's that divide for whatever reason, but there really shouldn't be.
I know.
And
There shouldn't
I
be.
kind of wondered why. Because
I wish
there's,
that
Aaron Goodvin.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy. We just had him here for a show a couple of weeks ago with 615 Collective. And and I've met him before and we've talked about the same thing. He says he can't go out of the house in Canada because everybody's like, oh my God, it's Aaron Goodwin. They go there.
Yeah.
But in the United States, nobody knows who he is. He says, I can go to the store, I can do whatever
That's
I
so
want
fun.
here. Yeah. So that's crazy. So you grew up in Toronto,
Yeah, just outside a little town called Burlington, which is
Burlington.
like
Okay.
35 minutes from downtown.
How little of a town is that?
Well, it's not that little now. It's like turning into a full-on city.
So what's the big thing in Burlington?
What's the big thing? Like, what's
Yeah.
exciting there?
Yeah, let's say I'm taking a trip to Burlington and I'm going to drive into town. What's the first thing I'm going to see?
Well, I would say we have Brant Street, which is cute. It's a bunch of cute little towns, and a lot of live music happens down there.
Love that.
Yes, which is great. And I grew up just off of Brant Street, so I love it.
Wow.
Like every single time that
did
I
you
go.
play on that street?
I would, yeah. I would do little shows there all the
Yeah,
time.
how cool.
And
How cool.
yeah, it's cozy. It's very cute. So
And
that would be the top place I would go to. But also, like, Canada's so beautiful and Ontario's beautiful.
It is.
And
It is.
Niagara Falls is one of my favorite
The
spots.
Canadian side is beautiful.
Justin had gone there the one time and with his mom, and he's like, "Daggum."
Yeah, I love it. I love it. How long?
Yes.
It's so true. I mean, yeah, you see the American side, all right, but you go to the Canadian side, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It
It's
is.
so
It
pretty.
is absolutely. Go to the wax museum on that side and all that good stuff, and
Yeah,
it's crazy. So, how long have you two actually known each other?
it's been a while now. I just
Ooh.
like 6 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
5
wow.
or 6
Okay.
years. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a hot second and a half, which is more than half a hot second. So,
I like this guy. You got a lot of cool sayings. I like that.
Yes.
You come up with some good stuff.
well,
That definitely would make you an exceptional songwriter, which I'm sure you
well,
are.
I grew up on Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. So,
I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So I forgot what I was going to ask, but it doesn't matter. So
we've known each other for about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
5
Yeah.
6
And
years.
how did you meet?
Through our friend Frankie.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Frankie. Everybody knows the Frankie.
Yeah, she's a songwriter and a producer out here in town. And
Very cool.
we linked up, I think it was at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I think we met for coffee first, and
Yeah.
then we did a round together.
Uh-huh.
at
Mhm, mhm.
hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's how
It
our
unfolded.
Oh my
story
God.
starts.
And that's how it starts.
Yeah.
And now you're both in Nashville doing your thing. And Jaclyn, you've opened up for some pretty big artists like Nickelback. I mean, I could see you doing that. Even I think Nickelback was doing like a little bit of somewhat country, but not really country.
I think it's country too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not wrong to say that.
No,
No,
definitely not.
And
No.
then I was reading in your bio that you opened up for Don McLean. Wow.
Yes,
What
I
a
did.
range.
Yeah, at the Nashville Municipal. So they were doing ceremony induction into the Singer-Songwriter Hall of Fame, and I was the opening band for that, which was incredible.
Mhm, mhm. And opening for Nickelback, were you like, holy crap?
Yes, I was. It was crazy because the craziest part of that was it was Ottawa Blues Fest in Canada, and
Mhm.
they had never let us know which stages we were going to be performing on. They just said, "Congratulations, you're playing Ottawa Blues Fest." So I was so excited because it's always been one of my favorite festivals, and I was so pumped to be on stage. And then it wasn't until the day before I get our sound check, and I see Nickelback, Warren Zevers, Jaclyn Kenyon, and I'm like, no. This is
There must be a mistake, right?
there's a typo.
I love
And so I messaged the sound guy. I'm like, "Oh, is this on the main stage?" He's like, "Yeah, you're playing main stage." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's insane. So it was wild.
Yeah. And once you
Crazy
got done with that, you went,
stuff.
yoo-hoo!
Yeah.
Because that's big time. That's major. That's major.
Yeah,
And to put
thank
Jaclyn
you.
Kenyon on that stage, that's cool. Were you there for that, Justin, or no?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't. No.
Okay. Either one of you, everybody sees Nashville as a magical place where dreams happen, or so they think. All right. What's the part of Nashville that people on the outside do not see? Either one of you can answer that.
I'll let you answer that one, Justin.
How saturated this place is.
Mm.
Everybody is a talent. I mean, in some form or fashion. I was talking to a gal last night that just moved here 3 weeks ago, And she goes, "Oh, I'm a songwriter." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Yeah, I write so many poems." I'm like, "Everybody is a," and she just kept,
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
it's also this saturated sense of everybody thinks that sometimes whenever you're walking in just to check out certain environments, that at first it seems friendly, but then when you start trying to take a gig and you're not trying to, you're just there and they offer you something,
Sure.
then it
Yep.
becomes this competition insane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, and I've found myself getting in the door with certain things all because I choose to support and collaborate before
Mhm. Mhm.
competing. Um,
Absolutely. I like that.
but it really is a magical place, and you find the people that you jive with. The connection here is just the atmosphere, the
Mhm.
environment, the community is just everything.
Mhm. It is.
So
A lot
true.
of people they get the impression that they're going to go to Nashville and they're going to become a star. But like you say, there's so many
And
people
we're all
like
like,
you two there.
yeah.
There's so
You
many,
know,
but it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, Tim McGraw took 10 years to even be noticed. Um, but everybody wants to go, and if they don't go, I always tell people to go if they think they have what it takes. Go ahead, go. But you got to
yeah,
learn to be able to take the criticism. You got to be able to take learn the word what the word no means, and you got to stay positive. You got to hold your head up. I mean, because I'll ask you two, both of you. I'm sure you've been there. There's a lot of haters out there. How do you handle that?
Oof. I mean, I've gone through the ringer with this, and I think it's difficult too, because especially when I was younger, I'm trying to figure out myself, and there's
Hmm.
things I love and there's things I want to fix. And when you're so on a pedestal for everyone to see, it's so difficult to try to take that negativity and just let it go away. And I can honestly say I don't think I ever just like get used to it, or that it
Hmm.
ever
Hmm.
really goes away. People's words always have weight, but it's how you identify with yourself at the end of the day. I mean, I'm a Christian. I put my
Yeah.
worth and my
Yes.
faith in God at the end of the day,
Yes.
and my identity. And if I didn't have that, I would be so lost,
Yes.
because if you're not grounded in Christ,
Totally.
it's so hard to just get lost in it.
Totally. 100% agree with you. Um, I feel that when you get the negative comments and things like that, that it makes you better. Because yeah, take them and say, all right, you don't like that, whatever, I'll do this.
Yeah,
And
mhm.
I think with all that, it makes you better, both not only a better person but a better musician. So
it does.
that's what you
Yeah.
learn from.
You put the
Yeah.
anger into songs, and you're like, okay, you just have to
Yeah.
find an outlet.
How do I sound now? No, no, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment where you thought, okay, this is happening, I'm about to break through? Do you remember that moment? Because you are breaking through, both of you. So
Go ahead, Jaclyn.
I love it.
Um,
I'm so glad that Justin came on tonight. That's so cool.
just gonna keep swerving it over to each other.
Yeah. How do you
Um,
take care of it?
You know what? I can say that I have always just been so in my head about like what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Because the industry is like a roller coaster. You have the
Right?
best days and then you have the worst days. And when a gig comes and it's life changing, you're up here, and then the next day you wake up and you don't have that gig anymore and you're back down here. And you really have to learn how to ride the waves. And for me, the most beautiful experience for myself was when I started releasing this project Scars,
Hmm.
because I started actually being able to relate to so many people in different ways. And I saw this merch that says, "Your damage, it ain't a damn weakness." And every time I play a show, people will come up to me and talk to me about their life or things that they've been through.
That's
And
awesome.
it's so cool. And I've been chasing, I'll be the first one to say, that success for so long. And it wasn't until things started breaking, which we can chat about later.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but for that 2 year period in my life, I had nothing. I didn't have music. I lost control
Yeah.
of my music. And so that really just led to a lot of conversations, to be honest, with God about what I was supposed to be doing with my life. And when I created this project, I wanted it to be purposeful. So now I look at it like it's a success to me, and I feel like I'm breaking through if I'm touching someone with my
Hmm.
music, or
Hmm.
people are coming to me after and telling me their stories and their scars, and it's been really beautiful.
Jaclyn, is there any one particular moment that you recall that's something you remember somebody saying to you about
Yeah.
how they connected?
The hardest thing that I had recently, and it was so beautiful, and I actually started crying after on stage because it
Mhm.
was really difficult to handle. But this woman had come up to me and she had a wedding ring on her neck,
Uh-huh.
on her necklace. And I was noticing it while I was singing, and she was very emotional in the audience. And after I was saying, I was sitting down, I was packing up all of my stuff, and she came over to me and she just broke down and she's like, I just lost my husband 4 months ago, and I needed you tonight. And I really needed that song tonight. And it's the first night that I've been out with any of my friends since this had happened. And there was a reason
Yeah.
that I was here,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
touched something in my heart. And I was just crying, and I'm like, that's what it's about. Like, that's it right there. And
Yeah.
the coolest moment.
There's a reason that happened. You know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? I know you did have a time, a couple of years where things happened and you lost your music. Can we talk about
Yeah.
that a little bit, or is it too?
No, it's fine. I was
Okay.
trying to go on. Just kidding.
We're gonna go deep now. But yeah,
No,
talk to me
I'll
about
give
that.
you the Coles notes for sure. So I was on this TV show called Banded. They
Yes,
take
you
25
won
people.
that, right? Correct. I don't mean to interrupt, but you
I
you
did.
won. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I won this TV show. I was the only Canadian on the show. And they take 25 people. They had this mansion that we lived in Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Hmm.
And we lived there for 10 weeks. And for those 10 weeks, you were put in a band with people that you didn't know. You would have to make songs together, a band name together. You would have to perform at the Municipal Arena in Nashville in front of a live audience and judges, and record the song and write the song all in a week. So every single week leading up to those 10 weeks, you were just put under the ringer, really.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning the show. It was based on different songs of the week that you would have to write and record, and the judges would pick which ones they liked. And at the end of the show, we got a record deal. And so, unfortunately, uh, or unfortunately too, we were having big hopes for the show. It was going to be globally recognized.
Hmm.
It was really exciting. We thought our lives were going to change forever. Vince Neil was one of the guest judges. Brandon
Yep.
Jenner was one of the hosts of the show. Wendy Starlin, who developed and founded Lady Gaga, was our mentor on the show. Like,
Yep.
everything was going like my life is going to change forever. My 10-year break in Nashville, this is it, basically.
Yeah.
And then it just went silent, dead silent for about 2 years.
Oh my God.
And never had heard back from the record deal. The show unfortunately didn't go the way they had planned. And it was just a very unfortunate situation for both parties involved. And yeah, I couldn't release any music during that time. And it was
Even though they weren't doing anything, they still had that much control over you. You weren't allowed to put your talent out there. You weren't allowed to do that.
no.
Wow.
I was in a spot where I
That's
was with
crazy.
them until a deal was delivered, and unfortunately, it
That's
didn't
2
go the
years
way.
of wasted time for
Yes.
such a
Yeah.
great artist as both of you. You
Thank
know?
you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So you overcame that though. You
Yeah.
put out scars. I mean,
Yeah.
you just, and now we got a little bit of this is called I Wanna. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. Here we go.
I wanna take you to the top of the old town water tower. I wanna write our names where everyone can see. I wanna walk you to that old iron bridge where I used to catch the biggest fish. Maybe you and I could take a little midnight date.
Here we go.
I wanna take you by the hand, show you places you thought you'd never see. I wanna ask you for a dance, while the boys back is showing me. If it makes you smile, makes you laugh, let's take it slow. Make it last if it's something you think that you know that you're gonna. But baby, I wanna
All right, I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want to give it all away. And YouTube's going to yell at me, and Facebook's going to go, "What the hell are you doing? You're not allowed to do that." So you'll probably get a notice saying, "Did you give this guy permission?" But
Yes.
okay, good, good. Then we're all good. But I still have to go through all that. But that is unbelievable. That song, "I Wanna." That I hear music every day. I do this every day, and I'm not just telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what's coming from my heart. I want to play that song. I want to hear more of that song. And I want you two to tell me about that song. Who wrote it? How did it come about? She's
That man
pointing.
up
Wait a
there.
minute, I gotta go. Wait a minute, I gotta go this way. All right, Justin, talk to us.
I had someone that I was starstruck over, and my name's Justin Love. I mean, I fall in love pretty fast and pretty hard whenever I do. But this person I've been friends with for a hot second and a half, and she was a songwriter and artist as well. And just one day, whenever I was at Listening Room Cafe playing on
Mm-hmm.
stage, I just
Mm-hmm.
saw the Miley Cyrus moment in the movie. She's walking out in the field and she turns real slow and everything just slow motion. It happened to me. And the very first thing that popped in my head was, I want to tell you that you're beautiful in more ways than the obvious.
Wow.
And after that, I had the melody hit me for the most part. And I didn't have any words. I just had I wanna, you know. And then my buddy Troy Castellano came in
Mm-hmm.
and was like, "Man, I'm digging this." I said, "I hope so, because if you don't like it, then I'm gonna have to go find someone else that wants to write it." And then, after me and Troy got together and met Jaclyn,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "I love this song." And she was kind of the one that
Perfect.
decided that it should be a duet. And then because of her, we turned it into one, daggum. You
Well, I
know?
think that's a plot. I mean, right there, when you have the two voices come to, I mean, your
Yeah, yeah.
voices go together well. It's a rockin' tune, but it's country.
Yeah.
It's Yeah, it's perfect. It's
She
perfect.
annihilated the vocals in the studio. I was like, holy fudge nuggets, nuggets of fudge, and everything else and such. She really tore it up. Yeah. Yep. The blend is insane. The people that I talk to all the time about it say that song is just a whole next level. So I was like, but that's
We were
Yeah.
because,
really
you think
So
about it, her name is Jaclyn Kenyon, and she is well known in the Canadian side of things, and that
yeah,
that whole
yeah.
that whole banded thing. We
So
knew each other and during her whole banded thing, and it was that there was that moment when she wasn't able to express her art and her thing. And we had already
right.
kind of decided we were going to do this duet, but it was put on hold. But you know what? God has a way of working things out how he chooses to, when
Yeah.
he chooses to. So who am I to judge and who am I to question?
This is
yeah.
crazy. This
It
is
ended
crazy
up being
good.
perfect timing. And it
Yeah.
was such a crazy story. But I remember the one time, like Justin and I were in the studio and we were going through this song. We just both looked at each other and we are like, "Yep, this is
Do
it."
you that's it. Do you feel that when you hear something and you don't have to say a word, you can just look at each other and go, "This is
Yeah,
it. This is
Oh
it."
yeah.
yeah. Especially with this song. Like when we started doing the harmonies, we're like, "Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm a stickler when it comes to harmonies, and if someone ain't blending,
Hmm.
I won't fall. I won't feel it. I'll there'll be mystery in the chemistry. There was no mystery left in this chemistry, I promise you.
yeah,
Wow. That
yeah,
that is so cool. Have I know you have grassroots working it for you.
yeah."
And by the way, they're the best.
They're
I'm just going to
the
tell you, I
best.
know everybody there. They're the best. Nancy and the whole crew. I mean, everybody. Katie, Shannon was there. She moved on now, but still, they are the best. They are the best. They're musicians and they're radio people, and they know where to point you, how to point you in that
Yes.
right direction, and they work
Mhm.
with you. They're so
Oh, we're
good.
so lucky with them. And
Yeah.
the thing that was exciting about them was right from the first time that we had emailed them this song, they were so excited about it. And that's what we wanted. Like, we just wanted someone to love it as much as we did
Oh,
and
I think
believe in
they did. I know
it.
I am, and I just heard it for the first time here not too long ago. So
Thank you.
that's pretty cool. Yeah. What did you learn from, you guys have had the opportunity to be around some incredibly talented writers, musicians, industry people at this point. What did you learn from being in those rooms with those people?
Ladies first.
Thanks. Um, I would say, well, a couple of things. I think the coolest thing at the end of the day is that whether you're a new writer starting out or you're one of the biggest writers, the process is the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's really cool and really exciting, because you just don't know when the magic's going to come in the room and hit. We wake up with an idea, or we, just have a really good day where we collaborate, and then a song gets written, and then everyone goes home and they do their thing. It's like, it's not some special,
It's so
format
cool.
that only like these elite people can grasp onto. Anyone can grasp onto it. And the coolest thing is that the magic's in everyone's hands. You just don't know when it's going to spark and when it's going to happen. And we're all looking for it.
I was going to say, that's the magic. That's it, man. Yeah. That's how you went. I mean, Justin Love. By the way, you know how many radio people have that name, Justin Love?
Really?
Yeah, probably a lot. No, I'm pretty sure. I know there's been a few, but
well, I know there's another artist in town named Justin Love, but he's
really
R&B. He just moved here. Yeah.
Wow.
I could see that being an R&B. Okay.
Yeah, but either way, I want to
way.
meet him. Either way, I want to meet him, and let's just exchange our driver's licenses.
I love it.
Because that's my actual name, and I'm very grateful.
Is it? I mean, I'm not going to pick if it isn't, but no, that's very cool.
It's amazing.
Very cool. That's very cool. How many? Let's talk about your family a little bit. Jaclyn, are you like an only child, or do you got siblings?
I have a little brother, and he's my best friend, and it's so awesome. Yeah, it's so fun.
I love it. Does he visit, or does he live there?
Yeah, he's funny. He really doesn't love music because he's been submerged in it since I've been a kid. But it's funny because like I know he actually does. Like he'll be in the back of the car and I'll be like sharing songs and he's singing along, or he's like, oh, I like it. But he never says like, oh, I love this song. It's just like, I like it. He keeps me humble. It's good.
Yeah, I love that. And then your mom and dad?
Yep, and then mom and dad.
Cool. And very cool.
Been married for forever now, 29 years.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you think about it, there you go.
Amazing. Yes.
Justin, what about you? I know you've been doing this for a little bit, but are you the only musician in your family? You got siblings? What's the deal?
I got two sisters. I'm smack dab in the middle of both of them.
Oh, you poor guy.
Oh, it was
dude.
at first, but you know what? I'm grateful for both of them now, and I don't give a flying flip nugget. My parents were together for 26 years, and then there was, a divorce involved. And my dad met someone, hilariously enough. God has a real sense of humor, with the last name Weed, and so I now have weed and love in my life without having to really worry about touching the stuff.
Well, it's legal now. Nobody cares. But
they've been together for a while now, and my mom's still in my life. Everybody's awesome, just so close knit, and that's awesome. I'm the only one in the family that continued doing music. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask Jaclyn, you first. If you weren't doing music, what do you think you'd be doing?
Something in music still, for sure. I love teaching kids. I love inspiring. Wow. I love inspiring the next generation. You can inspire the generation too, I guess. But inspiring the next generation. And I'd probably do something in like production. I love production.
Oh, do you? Do you like playing with all the different sounds? Do you go on Pro Tools and kind of do your thing, do your magic? And
I
that's a talent,
my whole record that just came out. So
very cool. Yeah, that's a talent in itself. But what you're hearing and mixing it down and putting it all together, and if you know how to operate Pro Tools, that's a big plus. But it's the best. Yeah,
it is exactly the best. And it's fun because you just throw your vision onto it.
Yeah, no, exactly right. What about you, Justin?
First off, I'm a Logic Pro guy. Just because Logic Pro, it just makes sense. Just saying.
All right. Okay.
All that to say,
okay.
Yeah. Right. If I was not doing this, I'd probably be either a motivational speaker of some sort, because I
could see that,
encouraging and uplifting people. Absolutely. Yeah, it's in my blood.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. I love that. For both of you, your music has moved through country into a harder rock edge, which we talked about, and we hear it. Was that a conscious decision, or was it simply you finally making the music that felt most natural for you guys?
Ladies first.
We're not going to get over this one. I'm just going to answer.
I'm from Texas. Help.
Yeah, I would say, I played it safe for so long in Nashville. I tried to fit into this box that didn't feel authentic to me just because I felt like that's what radio wanted, or that's what people wanted or labels wanted, and I
Hmm.
was the most miserable I'd ever been and not creative at all. And after that period with the show, and I really did self-reflecting and tried to figure out who I was as an artist, was like, I'm just so tired of trying to make everyone else happy and I'm miserable. So I dived in and I started writing from this place, and just naturally that rock edge and that grit just
I
came
love
back.
it.
And I'm never leaving that again. Like, it's who I am.
And chances are that's because of the way you were brought up as well, having
Yeah,
that, that music in the background at home,
absolutely.
Journey and those other
And
ones. So,
it makes you feel like a different person.
hmm.
Like, I think for myself, I've always been like such a just very calm, quiet person off stage. Like, I'm very extroverted when I'm around people. I love talking to people, but when I'm by myself, like, I really just want to be on my own and recharge. And that music, especially for myself when I was younger, when I would listen to a rock song, I would just get empowered and I'd feel like a different person, and I would want to be that person. So on
Hmm.
stage, I was that person, but at home, I wasn't. And it took me a really long time to try to get that baby Jaclyn Kenyon to now Jaclyn Kenyon
Right.
together. And I finally feel like now my personality's matched up with that
Yeah.
style and that sound.
Do you think it's safe to say that, you know, you don't want the industry to put you into one box? You want to be yourself. You want to do your own thing. And it could
Yeah,
change tomorrow, maybe. You just want to have that independency to be able to do what you want. And maybe that's why you're staying as an independent artist, because I think that's there's nothing wrong with that.
100%. I'm at a spot now where, like, I've chased all the fancy label deals and fancy management, and I'm just at a spot now in my life and my career where I just want the right team of people that love
Hmm.
the music and that believe in my project so much, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You're getting into a marriage with these people
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
Um, so that's what's going to shine through at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Do you think you're closer now than ever before to the artist you've always wanted to be?
100%. I'm
Yeah.
not the same person that I
Because you've
was.
made those decisions for yourself.
Yeah, I can honestly say I actually just had a meeting the other day with someone in town, and I remember sitting in that chair about 10 years ago, and I actually was thinking I am not even close to the same person that I was before
And you feel
sitting,
good about it.
and I
You're
feel
like,
so good
yes,
about
this is happening.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. What about social media? You know how it's completely changed how artists build their careers. Has it made?
Yes, out of the frame.
I know,
Yeah,
I know. Has it made being an independent artist easier, or has it actually made things more exhausting?
I think it's harder. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah,
Hmm.
either one of you. Talk to me.
1,000%. Why? Because you're having to fight the algorithm every
Ah,
daggum day, every daggum minute. It's
mm-hmm,
it's frustrating because it's a guessing game. Like, people
Mhm.
say, there's a formula. You got to have a hook, and you're like, well, we're songwriters. We have hooks. And so it's fun trying to find ways to be serious
mm-hmm,
Mhm.
without being too silly or too dumb. But it seems like that's the stuff that really pushes. And then it's like Scott Hellman, okay? You
mm-hmm.
watch that guy's videos and the Mr. Record Player, but it starts off with him karate chopping something and then it goes into his video. It sparks curiosity. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I appreciate it, but I'm like, I don't want to be a content creator. I want to be a music creator. But in this day and age, you have to be a content creator as well.
I was going to say that you have to do it. You pretty much
Yeah.
have to do it. If you're going to
Yes.
even compete with the best, you've got to do
Mm-hmm.
it. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mhm.
Do you guys do all your own?
Yeah, I do, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Another layer and like another thing to learn. What I mean, at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do, and if that's where it's going, then sure, like I'll do it. I'm such a workhorse when it comes to music. Like, you tell me where to go, I'm just gonna do
I
it.
can
But
tell. Yeah.
thank you. But at the same time, it's like, oh, like I'd rather be investing time into creating more music, and like I'd rather have someone film me and like get all of that done, and I'll do it so that I
Mhm.
can go create more music. because
Mm-hmm.
that's what's ultimately driving it. So yeah, it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Totally got you. Um, so on a day where you say, you know what, I don't want to write, I don't want to do any of this. What do you do? What do you do when you just want to put everything down for a day? Maybe just get a breath of fresh air, so to speak. Just kind of take a step back. What do you do? Do you run? Do you walk? Do you play sports? Do you? What's your life like when it on one of those days? I guess nothing.
Yes.
Okay. Um,
I love meeting people. I love
yeah,
getting coffee with artists. I love
love
getting
it.
coffee with my friends. I believe that even my co-writers, I love solidifying that connection a little bit more. Not everything has to be music related,
I get you.
and so I really like hanging out with my friends. I love supporting other people. I love going to the rounds and just saying hi to people, just to immerse myself in the chaos. Even though I'm not doing anything myself musically,
Just going and
I still love supporting. And then if I'm not doing that, I'm probably hanging with my best friend at a bar.
there you go. No, and sparking some conversation. That's cool.
Oh
Just
yeah,
hanging, just talking,
yeah,
just
Yeah.
hanging. Yeah.
yeah.
And I honestly do everything other than music on those days because that's just my time to clear my brain. Like I'm shopping or I'm with
Yeah.
friends or I'm petting a
Did-
cute horse on the side of the road. Like anything to basically just
are
take
you
my
a
brain off.
are you a horse person?
Oh yes. So I grew up on a farm. I had
Okay.
two horses. Yeah. And
Oh.
my parents sold it when I was in grade 7.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I have a little bit of resentment towards that, but it's
Have
okay.
you thought about maybe down the road because you're still young and
Oh,
it
I,
looks like you're right on the edge of doing something really big here, and then kind of saying, okay, now I can go. I can get my horse farm. I
I
can.
can get my heaven.
I don't know. I don't know. I live in the city here. I don't know, but no. I'm in the suburbs, but still, you know what I
Well,
mean. That you can have
yeah.
some horses and maybe
Fun
stables.
fact about me too, I'm like obsessed with alpacas. So
Those are the
every time,
little things with the big necks, right?
yeah, with like the super ugly faces.
Yeah,
Like I think personally it's the funniest thing. Like if they're so ugly that they're cute.
yeah.
And I want them. Like my dream is to like come home one day and they're just like on a truck bed coming to me.
Well,
Wow.
I don't think that's weird. Justin may, but I don't think it's weird.
To
I know
each their
people.
daggum own.
Yeah, I know people that
I
love
love
cows.
them.
I
I
know
love
people
them
that
so
love
much.
cows and pigs, and it's like, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, or like the little Highland cows, like
yeah, all the
it's so
yes,
cute.
yes, yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
are kind of cute, actually. They
yeah.
are, yeah. So,
Now you know everything.
what things get frustrating, and what keeps you going?
Hmm.
Oh,
Justin, do you want to answer this one first? No, you want me to answer?
he's pointing. He's pointing to you.
When do things get frustrating?
Yeah. When
And
do
when do
things get frustrating, and what keeps you going when that happens?
when do things get frustrating? I think things get frustrating when we put way too much fear over faith. When we try to just navigate a plan that might not even be there for us. And I've caught myself getting into that so many times where I'm just so overwhelmed and anxious, and I have to just take a step back and be like, it's because I'm not just enjoying the moment. I'm trying to predict something that might not even happen. And that's when I've realized that that's my time to really figure myself out and have to sit down and be in my word more or pray more, because that's me going a whole different direction. And it's kind of a trigger for me when that anxiety and that fear start coming up. So I would say for myself, that's a big thing for me, and I'm always
Yeah.
trying to catch myself doing that and coming back to where I need to be, because it happens all the time. You have to constantly get yourself back in check.
Yeah. Justin?
The frustration, I guess, for me would be sometimes, and it happens to everybody, but I ask God to help me not get envious of other
Hmm.
people and
Hmm.
watching them, get the opportunities that I'm not getting, and the doubt kind of starts setting in. Am I doing something wrong? Am I just, do I need to course correct?
Hmm.
And watching deals fall through, you
Oh yeah.
have these opportunities, and then but we serve a God who's all about mystery, and just because it's not so obvious doesn't make it less evident. And
It's
so
true.
the prime example is what happened to me recently. I play guitar for a lot of people in town. I'm a hired gun. I sing
Okay.
harmonies. I do that.
Cool.
But even just taking that space. Like last week, I was talking to God. I'm like, why is this happening to everybody else?
Mm.
And no sooner did I say that, I'm frustrated. The very next morning, I get a call asking if I want to play guitar for an artist at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, wow.
And even though I'm not the center piece, I'm the sideman that's just as important to make sure that person doesn't get off. And
That's
it's
right.
God saying, "You
That's
want to
right.
keep questioning my motive?" I'm like,
I got
"No,
you. I
Lord,
got you. And being on
no."
that
So
stage, you're right. Yeah, that's
it
cool.
works. It works out how it's supposed to. And who am I to even doubt him? My gosh, he's gotten me this far. Well,
Exactly. No, 100%.
yeah,
100%. And you're right. To be on that stage, if it wasn't for the musicians that stand behind the headliner or the lead vocalist, I mean, they wouldn't be anywhere.
yeah. So it's the trust constantly in him. So the
Yes. Yes.
frustration is the fact
Yes.
that it's happened to everybody else, but then it's also when it's passion, nothing's going to
Mm.
stop you. Someone saying no, because what she was saying earlier about the whole the dynamic of these people coming up to her saying your song, I needed that. You
Yeah.
know, you can impress someone for a moment or you can impact them for a lifetime. That's impact, and that's what I'm all about.
Wow. Wow. You're gonna
Yeah.
love this. You're gonna love
Yeah.
this question.
Right.
What was the last thing that really made you mad?
Last thing that really made me mad. You know what? I would say
I'm waiting.
um I'm gonna say in terms of the music industry, because I see this quite a bit and it does
Okay.
make me mad.
Okay.
But it's the lack of appreciation for opportunities. And I feel like it happens a lot and I see it a lot. And I everything I do now, because I didn't before, is 100%. I try to do everything at 100%, and I try my best. And some days I don't feel great, and I don't
Right.
want to put on a smiley face and do it, but I'm gonna try with the most energy that I can that day, because I remember looking at the CMA Awards when I was younger and seeing I don't I won't share who it is, but a particular artist up there that you could just tell wasn't giving their all. And I was like, I would die for that opportunity
Yes. Yes.
to be
Yeah.
up there doing that. And it upset me so much. And so just in the industry with anything, like give 100%, because
I get it. I get it.
yeah, it's so frustrating to me because there's people that would absolutely die to do this. And we work so hard every single day.
You are so into it, and I love that. I can tell
Yeah.
just by asking that question, and the answer you just gave me tells me that you're so passionate and so dedicated for your craft and what you do.
I
You know,
just
I
I respect it. I really do. And
I've
I feel
had
very lucky to do it.
artists come on and say, "Yeah, some guy cut me off on the highway by Demonboro Street or whatever that street is, Demembrion, Demembrion,
Demumbrian.
Demembrion."
That's what I first called it when I moved to town
Yeah,
too. They're like,
I know
"What?
that's why
Demon
I
girl?"
said it because I knew I'd get a response.
Yeah,
But you're right. The first time I was in town, God knows how many years ago, I was
yeah.
like, "What's this Demon something street?" Demembrion,
The
Demembrion.
modern,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, that's funny. That's funny. But I was waiting. I thought I'd get that type of response. But what
Yeah.
about you, Mr. Justin Love?
For me, it's the lack of support for each other. I
Mm,
mean, it's this. There's an appreciation for the certain people that come out your community, but then
yeah,
it becomes very cliquish really quick. And a
yeah.
lot of the rounds that you want to get into, if you're not in that clique, you're probably not going to get picked. So then you
Mhm.
have to kind of feel like you got to partially, kiss ass, or something
Hmm.
like that. In
Hmm.
reality, that's the only thing that frustrates me. But you know what? You immerse yourself in the chaos of it long enough, someone's going to bump into you, and then that's your opportunity.
Hmm.
So that would be the
Absolutely.
thing that made me mad.
So
When
I
we've
feel you
got
on
to,
that.
yeah, I love those answers. I mean, that is so good. So good. Um, so with I Wanna coming to radio, I mean, I have good feelings about that song. And where are we going with the music? What's next? Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Let me put it that way.
Yeah. So on this project in particular, there was nobody else that I'd rather partner to do a duet than with Justin, because it was just Justin has gone through so much in his career, his life, and like myself, has been grinding so hard in this industry with not enough recognition. And it was one of those things where I just, when everything was happening and I was going through songs to try to see what I wanted to do to kind of make a reintroduction into Nashville in a way,
Mm-hmm.
I was just there and it just kept popping up and I kept listening to it no matter where I was. I was driving a car or I was, out with friends, and it just felt right to message Justin and be like, this is the right time for this song. And when I did message him, he's like, I didn't think you wanted to do it. I'm like, of course I want to do it. It wasn't the right time, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so when we started talking about that, everything just changed. But where I'm going with that is, duet wise, this song is supposed to happen, and this collaboration is supposed to happen. And Justin and I are so excited with all the support we've gotten. And if that leads to more opportunities with the both of us doing something, then we will take it. There's no door that we're shutting at all. But on my personal level as an artist, I hope to be playing arenas and doing this my whole entire life, and just inspiring the next generation as much as I can through the scars that I've been through, and hopefully that can touch other people. And as long as I feel purposeful at night doing that, making music that makes me happy and relates to other people, I'm good, because I will never do that again. Where I was living in Nashville just trying to write a song to make it a hit. That was the most unfulfilling thing.
Who does your booking?
I do everything right now. Absolutely everything.
Wow.
And it's exhausting. So
that's where I was going with this. Yeah.
Yes, I'm currently looking for all of that right now.
Yeah. Well, you might be able to hire a staff pretty soon. I'm just saying.
Thanks.
He just keeps this going, and it's amazing. Quickly, either one of you can answer this: Nashville or Los Angeles? Because you spent time in LA, right? Yes,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about that. I just happened to see it here on my notes. But quickly,
Yes.
what was in LA?
So I had gone down to LA for the first time at 18 or 19, and I was working at Howard Benson Studios down there with Mike Plotnikoff. So they did like the Get a Grip record, Aerosmith. Cool.
Yeah.
And I was in an artist development deal with them at the time doing rock music.
Cool. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was living down there and submerging myself with it.
All right. With that being said, Nashville or LA?
Nashville.
All right. Justin, LA. Oh, I see. This is the end.
Trying to do an end, daggum.
I saw the end. I saw the end. Writing or performing?
Performing.
All right. Okay. Small intimate club or huge festival stage?
Huge.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yes.
Big time.
Massive. Yes.
Country song you'll never get tired of?
A country song I'll never get tired of?
Yeah, a country song that you'll never get tired of. I told you I was going to ask some weird questions.
Yeah,
Man, I feel like a woman.
What is it?
Man, I feel like a woman. I love playing that song every time. I'm like, let's go.
Do you do that in your shows?
I do.
Do you do the cover? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
My favorite.
Probably Long Hot Summer.
Oh, Keith Urban. Yeah, all right. What do you
know that
think?
was written with Richard Marx.
Yes.
Such a good song.
And talking about Keith Urban, the yacht rock is phenomenal.
Yes.
We were playing Summer Breeze for a little bit off that. And I know the old Players song. Oh gosh. Anyways, they're all good on that album. It's like they were just messing around, and look what happened.
Yeah, he got to do one with Michael McDonald. I'm like, wow, man.
Yes,
So,
yes. All right. Rock song you'll turn up every single time.
Rock song?
A rock song.
Rock song. Okay.
Rock.
Have a Nice Day by Bon Jovi.
Ooh, Don't Stop Believin', Journey.
Oh yeah. That's a wedding song. It is, folks. It's the last song of the night, and don't stop.
That's the last song of the night. That's how I end things sometimes. It's hilarious.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
love that.
And that's it.
I love that. I definitely want to see you sometime. First concert you ever attended?
Actually, Britney Spears was the very first concert I ever attended.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like 6.
I don't think it was Britney for Justin.
A Christian artist who's no longer with us, but his name's Carmen.
Okay. All right. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. If you an artist you would stand in line to meet.
Richard Marx.
There you go. That was quick.
Hmm.
I
I
got her
think
thinking.
recently Ella Langley. I just love what
Oh
she's
my
all
God.
about. I think
Yeah.
she's the sweetest little thing.
She is very sweet, very nice
Yeah.
gal.
She's very nice. She's very sweet. She's no
Yeah.
doubt a superstar. Um, we did I know this is more about you than it is about me, but still, we did a show last week. We had Dylan Marlowe.
Oh,
And somebody came up to me and said, "Do you know Ella Langley was here a few years ago?" I go, "What?" And they show me pictures. It
Yeah.
didn't even look like her, but it was her. I mean, the drum
Really?
kit said Ella Langley. She didn't have the bangs. Her hair was, parted in the middle. And I'm going, "Are you kidding me?" So
Wow.
yeah, it's like I remember she opened up for Randy Houser in this little club here in Central New York. So
So
it's like,
crazy. Yeah,
wow,
she's
it's
just
crazy.
cool.
You know what I
Crazy.
don't like about Ella? She's got
What?
too many songs at the same time on the radio because people like me that have to program the radio station, it's
Yeah.
like I got Ella here. Oh, I got Ella here, but then I got to move Ella here and maybe move somebody else up here. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, but I love the
Cause
music. All
chaos.
kidding
Yeah.
aside, it's so good. It's so
yeah.
good.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Song you had wish you had written. Song you wish you had written.
Man, I should have known better by Richard Marx.
I love it.
I would say Better Man by Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow. Are you a Swiftie?
I wouldn't call myself a full Swiftie just because I submerge myself in so many different genres. Like I feel like I'm not really any, but like
Okay,
I'm
no, I get it. I get it. I get it.
but I love her music, and that song in
Yes.
particular I think is just so brilliantly written, and
Yes,
she's
no doubt.
amazing.
She's an amazing woman.
She's incredible.
She's incredible. Nicest person too. I think I gave her first or second radio interview ever. And she was
Wow.
only like 17 years old. I still have the thank you card over here on the wall.
Amazing.
And I am not getting rid of that thank you card.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. All right, before we close, one word that describes where you are in your life right now. It's a hard one.
One word? Daggum.
Was that a word?
Yeah.
One word. Oh goodness.
I know. See, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. But that's all right.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer it. You still pass.
I got it. Free.
Free.
That's
I
yeah,
can see.
I
Yeah.
feel-
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel free in my music, free in myself. Just
You need
like
to. Yeah.
I feel
I love it.
feel the,
I
like,
love that for you.
best
Yep.
I've felt.
Supported.
You are.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We all are. So
all
there
the
you go.
best ways, all
Yeah.
the best people. Thank God.
It's been
Yes.
Skip Happens tonight. I've been talking to Jaclyn Kenyon and Justin Love. And you got to check out the song because it sounds something like this. I'm going to get yelled at again, but I'm going to play it again because I love it. I love it. And if you don't have, we're going to tell you how you can get this. Hang on.
Take you to the top of the old town water tower. I wanna write our name for everyone can see. I wanna walk you to that old iron bridge where I used to catch the biggest fish. Maybe you and I could take a little midnight date. I wanna take you by the hand, show you places you thought you'd never see. I wanna ask you for a dance, drive the boys back, it's sure with me. If it makes you smile, makes you laugh, let's take it slow. Make it laugh if it's something you think that you know that you're gonna know. But baby, I wanna.
And I want to be able to go, that's I Wanna. It's Jaclyn Kenyon along with Justin Love on 92.1 The Wolf. And you know what? If you like that, you need to call me. You need to tell me. We need to play it a whole lot more. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. I just lost my mind.
We appreciate the support, truly. We love the song. It's nice to know that everybody else is loving it just as much.
We can't do it without you guys.
No, well, I think you're onto something here. You got good people working for you. You got a good team when it comes to the public, helping out with sending it to radio and all that. Grassroots is great. You two are very talented, obviously. I think you have quite the future ahead of you. I want to say thank you for coming on Skip Happens, and Jaclyn Kenyon and Justin Love. I didn't expect that guy, but he's here. So he popped in, and I went, "You're not Jaclyn."
Well,
And I'm
thanks,
so
Jaclyn, for the
happy.
shout.
Unless there was something I didn't know.
Yes.
But no, it's all good. But I want to say thank you to both for being here tonight. It Skip Happens, and if you've enjoyed this interview, we always try to have fun. That's why it's Skip Happens. Tell your friends about it. Subscribe. Go to YouTube and just give us a little click on the button there. And if you want to support it, you can do that as well. Most importantly, you check out the music. And where can they get the music?
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon.
Everywhere.
We're constantly posting reels, and we're getting together and doing more. So there's just going to be constant promotion for this song.
I love it. And look up Scars, look up all the tracks that are there. You
Yes,
can find them on
it's a good
YouTube,
start.
and you'll see also I Wanna is on that list too. So
Yes,
it's pretty
absolutely.
cool. Make sure you get it. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's been another edition of Skip Happens. Thank you to both of you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.